Hello, and welcome back. So I've been doing Let's Play videos for a while, and we finally come to Beta 4, which is pretty much a totally different game than the previous betas, because they've done so much work to the city building and overall strategic depth of the game. Now this isn't going to start from the beginning, because I wanted to make sure I had a pretty good start before I invested time into a video. And it seems that I have. I'm fairly impressed with sort of the work they've done on the map generation. The map generation, I've looked at maybe 30 maps in the past hour, and every single one seems to have a very almost like intelligence to it. The way that it spreads resources across the map, and where you'll find a place to build a city. Actually, I think that's the biggest difference in this version is you can't, like in the, I would say in Beta 3 you could build a city pretty much anywhere, because there was always going to be like a 2 grain and 2 material spot somewhere on the map. But as it stands now, there's very few places that you'll find where you can actually build a city, and when you do find one, you need to build a city there, because cities are the best things in the game right now. Which is I think that's overall going to be a better way to shape the game, because there aren't that many. Like, even if you were able to spread across the entire map and there was no other players, on a large map you'd still only have maybe 20 or 30 cities, whereas before we would see more like 100 cities, and that was just out of hand. The other thing I like is it appears that the cities are going to be much, much smaller than before. Now you'll still have, like, if you look down here, it looks quite good. Get a nice view here. This is a water shard that I am building, and then here is my city hub. You can see there's like a little guard right here, and some people working, a little horse there for the bronies. And then yeah, you have my like a little, I think this is a darkling right here that's chopping wood in my lumber mill, and over here I think I'm building, let's see, yeah, a merchant. And the oh, look at the difference in the lighting here, too. This is nice. When you're near the shard, you really get that bright lighting effect, but when you go over towards the forest, it starts to look more like a dark forest. And by the way, look at the texture on this forest. I don't know how well that comes through in the video, but the more that you sort of go down and to the side, the more you'll see how sort of realistic this representational forest is. Huh, what is that? There's a little flag in the air there. I think that's part of the HUD, but it might, I don't know. Looks like it's maybe not finished or the wrong color. Telling me that, yeah, I've got a structured building there currently. But anyhow, I like the cities a lot. Ooh, in fact, look, there's a little gate to the city and a little man standing on the outside. Huh, so much detail. I think they also got the ground cover just about right. It doesn't feel sort of like empty and open like it did in the previous ones. Like here you've got a tile, and it's just, you know, a regular tile, but it adds a couple of cactuses to this desert and really gives it like a dusty effect. I think you can see dust moving about, which then covers the other tiles and sort of branches out. Overall, a great job. Oh yes, so as to the strategic instance that we're looking at here, I am playing as the Kraxis. Here is my Emperor Caravox. Turn this around. Right there. And he's not very powerful, but he's got a couple of decent items. Open up the equipment interface. It's pretty standard. The major difference I see is that he's got a diplomat trait, which is plus 30% value of trades, plus 40% influence, and the silver tongue ability. So let's go to his detail screen, which will show his silver tongue spell. Yes, in the Hiergamemnon. Convert a train unit to your cause unless they resist. So basically I want to massively increase his spell mastery so that I can find the enemy's units that they've trained, go to war with them, and then take over the best ones. It's going to be really nice if I see some iron golems. He's also got Wealthy, which is why I started out with 1,000 Gildar. Water Disciple, Fire Disciple, so he's going to be a good mage. Oh, and he has the Fortify ability, which is pretty darn good. It gives you, let's see, plus 30 dodge and plus 10 accuracy on any tile. Plus, I think it has a 5-turn cooldown, so I can set it up on the front line, then move Kraxis or Caravox back, and then I'll show you in Tactical Battle. But basically, it's going to be very effective, and all of the Krax units can do that. Alright, let's get to a better angle here. So this is Goyar Hedagach, the capital. It's not very big right now. It's actually, this is a 3 grains, 3 materials, and 2 essence. And you'd think to yourself, why oh why would he pick such a weak starting point? Because there were some 4-3s around. But the key is that essence is very powerful and it has a multiplicative effect. So basically, I've got +2, which means that my Inspiration City Enchantment does 1 research per essence, which is +2 research. And considering my research is at 3, basically that's 3 times the research that most of the people have at the beginning of the game, which is very significant. So let's go to the spell list here. They've done some reordering to this, which you probably saw if you watched Frog Boy's videos. But basically I've got his Charm ability, which is take control of target city. We're going to have to see how that works later. That looks interesting. Oh yes, so I can do Enchanted Hammers, which is +5 production per essence. Let's see, I think I will cast that. You know what? So let's just look at what would happen if I did cast it. So let's say I cast it on this city. This city's got 22 production, so it's got 2 essence, and that's +5 per essence, so it'd be +10 production, which would be an additional almost 50% production increase. And considering that your build queue is always going to be full, especially for your capital, having any sort of production bonus is going to be a big deal. But I think I've got pretty good production. With 3 materials is pretty good production, I think. And I can't do 2 inspirations, otherwise I would, because you really want a lot of research in the early game. I can also get +2 mana, which is +1 per essence. Or I could do Nature's Bounty, which is +1 grain per essence. So see, right there I can increase the city from a 3-3-2 to a 5-3-2. And a 5-3-2 is a pretty good capital, if you ask me. But I don't want to use the mana yet because I haven't hit my food cap for this city, so I'm not going to cast it till I absolutely have to. Oh, and I explored some of this, but then I reloaded, and the stuff doesn't reload until you explore something. So let's end turn and move on with my exploration efforts. Ah, yes, I want to get this quest up here. I've got 9 attack, 0 defense, so I gotta pretty much avoid the enemy. And it looks like I've got a wild lens to my north. Over here I'll see about taking these wild wargs. Ooh, actually, there's a pretty large amount of air shrills, so I'm gonna avoid them. Oh, but the major bonus of being Krax, like the thing that makes them so overpowered, is they can recruit heroes from both sides of the fence, Empire and Kingdom. Plus, they start out with 1,000 Gildar, which means they can afford to buy all of the level 3 heroes at the start. So you just have to sort of like scout like mad and find all the possible heroes you can. And even if they take like an injury or 2 getting back or exploring more, you're going to have somewhere around 6 heroes to start the game. And the more you research, the more you're going to be taking heroes from both sides of your enemy, which is going to leave sort of this whole northeast region that I'm in pretty well barren as far as heroes go. If you can't tell, it's one of my favorite abilities. So there's no way I can defeat this rock spiderling, I don't think. Well, actually, I could do it with mana, but I want to save my mana. So I'm going to not go that way. But at least I know that I'm in the top corner, and there's probably what looks like the pits of Namtur to my north. So I'm gonna take Lord Caravox up to my capital. But I've still got August, who can get me another NPC. What do we have here? Scarred, -1 hit point per level, and they only heal 1 hit point per season. And Weak, -1 attack, -15 weight capacity. But she does have +2 Gildar per season. So yeah, since she's only 70 Gildar, I'll take her, but she's no prize. It's actually +2 Gildar in the early games. Let's see. I've got 0 taxes right now, and my unit wages are 2. That's -1 Gildar per turn per hero I own. Or I employ, I guess, now. So I'm evening out on taxes again. Plus, right now I'm building Merchant, which will give me +1 Gildar. Gildar is very rare in the early game. You really want to be out there killing wolves to earn Gildar. Alright, so she's weak and kind of dull, so she's going to be an early game scout. Because, you know, what other use am I going to have for her? Basically what I want to do, she's level 3, I'm going to put her in the city where I build the Adventurers Guild and get her up to level 4, and at level 4 she can take Path of the Governor, which will give me a nice growth bonus to the city. But that's as far as that hero is really going to go. The nice thing about being Kraxis is that, yeah, that's totally the pits of Namtur, I think. It could be the Master Quest Gate, but I doubt it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Kraxis have such a large variety of heroes that you can afford to leave a few in cities, which will reduce unrest, and if they're Path of the Governor, it will increase growth. I think they really nailed down what's going to make a Path of the Governor useful. But the only thing that I've been playing Endless Space. If you've been keeping up with that game, the heroes in that game will give you small amounts of XP for each building you build or unit you train. So your Governor type heroes can still level up eventually, just not nearly as quickly as a fighting hero would during a war. I think they should probably add that to this game, though perhaps that's something that's still in the works. Alright, well it seems... Oh good. See, I've been trying to figure out the pace of this game, and so far in the early game, I don't think I've had a single turn where I wasn't doing something important and interesting. I've just researched charms, and they've got this new technology research user interface. I've got a this guy's probably like the head of research or whatever, the sage. So now I can do monk's robes, belt of precognition, which is really good. I got my basic rings and the monk's staff. Alright. So it looks like I'm working towards something. Over here. Yeah, oh yeah, I see. I'm trying to get level 5 heroes to recruit and the Adventurers Guild. The Adventurers Guild, it still doesn't say, but it will actually reduce... Oh, it does say now. In the thing it says, the Adventurers Guild has a 25% chance per season of giving station units 1 XP. It also reduces the cost of recruiting champions by 25%. So that last part has always been in the game, just never described to the player, and now they've got it in there. So basically, if you're buying, or if you're going to hire someone for like 1,000 Gildar, you're saving 250 Gildar with this improvement, which is doubly good because it does cost 1 maintenance. So basically, buying one level 9 hero will pay for this improvement over the course of 250 turns. In my opinion, that's pretty much worth its weight in gold. Speaking of gold, I just finished my merchant, and I'm now working on completing my water altar. So let's look at the merchant here. It's so cool. I love the Empire merchant a little bit more than I love the Kingdom one. It's like a, there's no real roof to it, but it's got all the goods laid out and some people shopping. I think I see a little watermelon in there. Oh good, I still have my scouts to move about. See, this is going to be my, let's see, probably a warrior unit. He's got +2 attack in large armies, and plus 50% attack versus beast. There's lots of beasties over here, so I think I'm actually going to retreat for a little bit until I get leather working, and once you have leather working you can start adventuring a lot more. Oh, the other thing I like is having this 1,000 Gildar. If I don't see a lot of heroes early on, which I haven't, I've got enough money to buy the new fair-priced leather options for my heroes. So I can set up my Sovereign and that warrior unit, August, with some pretty sweet early-game leather, and then give them each a spear and shield. Because another thing that the Kraxis are famous for is for the spear and shield combination. Maybe I'll buy them each a horse as well, and suddenly they become two very competent and very cheap fighting units, with a lot more potential than making an early game soldier, and it'll cost about the same overall. Normally I would spend all that extra Gildar on new heroes, but it looks like I'm going to start this one with just 3. I've been averaging more like 6 in other tests. Alright, so let's see if they fix this. Oh, I don't have rush by yet. There used to be a thing where if you have 1 turn left, it's usually, because there's a minimum of 3 turns for each project, so on the last turn you could rush by and actually gain Gildar. So I wonder if they fixed that bug yet. Alright. Ooh, so yeah, there you see the finished product of the water shard. Pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Yeah, it was. I was right. It was an unfinished flag, is what they were showing in the build thing there. And here's a that same flag, but with a pole this time. Interesting. Okay, so this is a what are we doing here? Grain is at 3, but I can increase that to 5. And so 5 grain is going to be about a level 4 city. Later on, level 3 city early on. I haven't built Tower of Dominion yet, because I wanted to save it for somewhere with better grain. But if I'm going to put my grain here anyways. Let's see, they're at 0% unrest. Whoa, a little crack of lightning there. It's a nice addition to the sound effects. Yeah, so low taxes is going to be plus 1.4 per turn. No taxes is plus 1 per turn. So no reason to increase taxes yet. I think I will go Monument. Monuments will increase my zone of control, which will put this iron inside my zone of control. And then I can build on the iron. Let's see. So let's, I like to go into the map view to look at my resources at a glance. I've got a crystal in the northwest, Death Shard in the northeast, iron to the south, and lots of sand. Alright, so I'm going to have to fight for everything but this iron, which means my early game units will be probably just these 2 heroes. Maybe I'll get some ice, or no, I can't do ice spears, can I? Well, I'll do regular spears and leather, I suppose. See, I haven't seen any heroes yet, so I don't know if I want to waste 13 turns on something that may not be useful. Of course, it would be useful just for the Adventurers Guild. Although I have to say the Adventurers Guild has a very high production cost. Well, let's do some math. I know people watching videos love to do a little bit of math. So I need 54 experience to get to level 4, so she can increase my growth. And 54 times 5 is 125, 175 turns, whereabouts to get a level 4 Leodana. And we are on season 16, so somewhere around the mid-game, she would be a competent... you know what? I would say, as a player of the beta, they need to increase the amount of XP you get from Adventurers Guild, because, I mean, it's going to take me 175 seasons to get this person from level 3 to level 4. Which doesn't really give you... I think that what they need to do is, yeah, like I said, each building needs to give her a little bit of XP as well. So, can't do much else besides go in the city. And now that I know there's not a lot of heroes, I'm going to switch to leatherworking. And then... You can't shift-click to the next tech, but... Oh well. So 12 turns for leather. Got my monument. The zone of control doesn't update right away, but if I build the iron, it will force it to update. I guess that's kind of a bug. So I think that was my first turn where nothing actually happened, but only because there's bad guys around. Oh, look, then there's an earth shard and a warg, so I want an outpost over here. And there's another crystal shard. So 2 crystal shards and an iron mine pushes me more towards ice spears instead of regular spears. That's good. Having an ice spear plus a wooden shield is a pretty powerful early game unit. Combine that with leather to really start to own the game. Oh, look, I'm almost at a level 1, so we'll get to deal with that soon. Oh, and then this is, if you're confused by this, there's a upgrade system to all improvements now. So this water shrine, actually this is a water altar. I can upgrade it in 5 seasons to a water shrine. Water shrines give you an additional +1 mana per season. So right now I've got +3 mana per season. I can get that up to +4. Or I could train a pioneer and then start, and then I could get this shard, which is going to be +1, and then +1 earth. But there are baddies over here. Oh, and then there's a locked hero I forgot about. Well, for now, I'm going to take the mana bonus. Okay, so now Goyar Hedagah has grown to level 2. I can select what type of settlement this will be. My first option is the fortress. The fortress enables fortress improvements and increases the level of units trained here by 1. Select this to dedicate your city to defense and military pursuits. Town enables town improvements and increases zone of control by 1. Select this to dedicate your city to growth and financial pursuits. Conclave enables conclave improvements and increases research by 50% when the production queue is empty. So you've got 3 options here. Fortress, great for training units. Town, great for giving you Gildar, and actually will push you up. From what I've seen in the XML, you get better growth from a town than any other option. So like, let's say you can get a level 5 city from this town, and you know that you can do it because you've got plenty of grain and food. A town will get there probably 3 or 4 times as fast as a fortress or conclave would. But once it gets there, it's only going to produce money. It's not going to give you super good units, really. I mean, it could if you leveled it correctly. And it's not going to give you a ton of research. So if you just need Gildar, like a 6 grain city is great for that. But you're going to want to do that with your things that have less materials. If you've got lots of materials in grain, you should go for Fortress, because that's going to be where you build most of your troops, because it's going to have a free production queue from all that extra material. Conclave is sort of where you've got, like, I don't know, I would say if you've got a lot of essence but not much else, you should go Conclave, because you can get natural bonuses from the essence to production and growth, or really anything. But you also can get a +1 essence from a Conclave. So here I have a 3-3-2, I can increase that to a 3-3-3. And having 3 essence in a city is extremely strong, because like I said, you get +1 per essence in all those enchantments. So having 3 would be +3 grain, +3 research, +3 mana, +3 growth. Those are really sort of strong options. Plus, when the city is done growing and it's not really going to be good for units, it increases research by 50%. So overall, I think that's my best choice, and I'm going to go Conclave with my first city. So as you saw here, the icon of the city changed. You can sort of see there's a little research thing over the top, and I think this is different now too because it's specialized. A little bit of user interface goodness there. So let's see, what did it actually build anything anywhere? Did anything change? I guess I wasn't looking at the city hub, but it might have added something to the city hub somewhere. Not totally sure. Alright, so, what else changed? Oh yeah, I think that the village that I built will gives it a +2 research at level 2, and then as I get to level 3 it'll be like +4 research from that. So now I've really got some good research. I've got 4 research instead of 3. Gildar is +1, growth is +1, which is decent for the early game, not great, and production is 24. Let's see. Oh, let's look at the overall growth. So yeah, he's only got, or it's he, the city here has a very limited growth now. What I will do is cast Nature's Bounty. Very good effect there. Good sound too. And now it's got a ton more food to do. And does it show up in the... Yeah, it even shows up in the user interface. Now I have a 5-3-2 city. And as soon as I get to level 3, it'll be a 5-3, or it'll be a 6-3-3. I'll get an extra +1 grain when I get that +1 essence. So I think that was probably the right choice. Most people would agree. So now I'm just going to wait 5 turns. Oh, actually, okay, I see. These icons up here indicate which enchantments you have over the city. And this icon here indicates which of the 3 options you've chosen, I believe. Or perhaps that indicates which level the city is. It's hard to tell. Alright, so that's my water shrine. As you can see, the altar has upgraded quite noticeably. It's a lot sort of more fortified and upward looking. And now I've really got some good mana coming in, +4 mana per turn. Does make me happy. Alright, so So I've got a few new options now, because when you specialize your city, it gives you special building options that you won't get anywhere else. Here I've got Herbalist, which is +1 mana per season, and if I go to the tooltip here, it'll upgrade to Apothecary, which will be +3 mana per season, and then to Alchemist, which will be +3 mana per season and +3 research per season, and then eventually it'll be Alchemy Lab, which will be +3 mana, +3 research per season, but also +2 materials per season, which is pretty big. It's a pretty big deal. Alright, and then I can build Sage, and Sage is +25% research, then it goes to +50, then it goes to +75, and then +100% eventually. But all of that will be added to the +50% I get when idle, so really I can get a maximum of +175% research being done. Cleric will give me -10% unrest. So there's something happening here underneath the layer that people might not be seeing. This is -5% unrest per essence. This is +1. I think this is just +1 mana per season. But the bonus at Apothecary is +1 mana per season. Plus, I don't know. I think it might be +1 mana per essence as well. So basically, I think that the more essence I have, the better bonuses I get from these options. I know that's true for Cleric. I can't be sure for the other ones. See here, then, Cleric turns into a Shrine. A Shrine is an additional -10% unrest. And then Shrine turns into Temple of Essence, which is -20% again, but now +2 mana per essence. So maybe it's just Cleric that relies on essence. Herbalist relies on, looks like, technology. Sage is just the one I get from specializing, and it goes up with technology. And then Tower of Dominion won't really be necessary in the city, so I'm going to leave it off. Oh, there's a little enemy in my territory. So let's go pick on this Air Shrill. Shouldn't be too much damage. Yeah, he does about 4 lightning damage, but in the right instance, that can be pretty effective. If you get swarmed by air shrills, on the first turn you lose so much health on one of your weaker units every time. It can get annoying. At least that's assuming that they're the same as they were in the previous one. So yeah, pretty easy battle. Didn't really get any good XP. Oh, I've got no construction. I didn't actually choose anything, did I? Okay, so logically I should choose... I think probably Pioneer. Because I want to expand over here. And I've got leatherworking. Excellent. So training, I'm not really planning on training a lot of units early on. They take forever. Although train units are pretty powerful early on. I think what I'll do is go for enchantment. That opens up a lot of good training abilities with crystal. And if I get rituals, as you can see here, it'll give me the crystal mine upgrade. So crystal starts at +1 crystal per season from the resource node, and this I can build this upgrade to get it to +2 per season. But since I don't actually have any yet, I need to start with the other option. Ooh, Sacrificial Altar. This is a special Empire option. Good to use in a town. Oh, actually, -1 growth, but -10% unrest per essence. So it's good for a fort that has essence. That's a rare combination, but I'll have to try it. Or Heroes is also 10. See, the thing I'm worried about is enchantment gives me lots of good options, but it's 21 turns. Heroes is only 10, but doesn't really do anything other than allow me to recruit new heroes. And I kind of want this Ice Spear. One-handed Ice Spear is a pretty good deal. Let's see what Civilization has to offer. I can get Knowledge, which is plus 1 research per turn, and Civics, which is plus 1 Prestige, which would be plus 1 growth, and Rush By. So I'm going to do Knowledge and then Civics, because in the space of 10 turns I can get 2 really good techs there. And I don't really need new weapons quite yet, but I will do some shopping. Let's see, he's going to want Monk's Robes. Those are really good. Expensive though. But overall it's worth it. That plus 2 initiative is very valuable. And he's got a War Staff, which is 8 blunt. I suppose that's fine for now. I'm going to give him a... Oh, whoops. Okay, so I just bought him Monk's Robe, and then I bought Leather Cuirass. I meant to get him the Greaves, but I do have another hero here. Oh, whoops, no, she doesn't get anything. Queen Staff. Queen Staff is kind of rubbish. Alright. So it will be August who gets the leather armor. His defense is 4. It'll be 2. Helmets are kind of ugly, but they pretty much weigh the least. Alright. So now I've got a solid unit with high initiative, kind of weak attack, and good armor. Leodana's going to stay in the city. She doesn't need to go out for anything. Oh, and he's got a... Oh, it's just a regular spear, so we can't get a shield anyways. Now, it looks like I'm spending a lot of money for nothing here, but leather armor is just too valuable to pass up. Really want it. Oh, and then he's got poison and Scarstone, so that's a pretty good combination. So now I've got these two sort of strong heroes for the early game. And I can cast Burning Blade on them. Let's see if Burning Blade has changed at all. It's plus 2 attack, plus 2 per fire shard. So that's pretty standard, really. I should be able to take out a banished ogre. Ogres are very little armor. Alright, and now I can see this hero here. It's level 5, so not too far away technology-wise. Administrator, that's good. Earth, I already have that. Death, that's good for mages. And she's a Path of the Mage. So... Oh, plus she's got Short Sword and Leather Cuirass, so... Yeah, she's a good hero. I'll take her, but I need the tech first. The, Ogre, as promised in the changelog, is talking to me. My strength is faded. But are the kingdoms of men any different? Huh. Well said. Alright, so let's check out this tactical option. He can Fortify, which is plus 10 accuracy and plus 30 dodge. Oh, that's kind of nice. It gives it a counterpose to the titles. So what I'll do is I'll hang this unit back, and let Caravox take the first blow. Which he dodged because he's got such a great dodge. Now he'll strike. Now he'll strike. And notice how the enemy doesn't have any armor up. Oh, see, I counted on that strike killing, but not to worry. Nice. Alright. 6 experience for each. Okay, so Adventurer's Boon is one of the best traits you can get. So much extra health. So I'll take that for him. This is going to be one of my main warriors. So he'll take strength to deal with this extra leather he's carrying. That's +2 initiative, really. Oh, a leather helm. I should have waited to buy those. Oh well, I can always give it to Leodana. Okay, now I'll take civics. And there's my pioneer. I'll build that research the study I just researched. 6 turns, not bad. The production seems really well balanced in this new beta. Like the bonuses to production are so incremental. You really have to scrimp and save and sacrifice a lot of other techs you could possibly have had. I love it. I'm gonna kill the Sound Golem here. Perhaps when the beta's over, I'll start reading aloud the quests, but I feel like if everyone's already read the quest before they start the game, it's gonna ruin that flavor. So all you need to know for now is that I'm gonna attack the Sand Golem. Oh, I forgot to do my fortify strategy this time. Oh well. Oh boy. Maybe I had ought to. This is another strategy. You can put your weaker unit, the one that you know the AI wants to hit, in the fortified area, hoping to get a dodge. Didn't work out. But my Sovereign here is going to do well enough on his own. Wow, that Sand Golem was pretty tough. I mean, I'm only level 2, I believe, but still. It's very difficult. Alright, so now I have to go heal this guy in the city. I'll do that next turn. Alright, this is going to be my first placement. I need to get this right. We've got a clay quarry there. These two things. So I could take this space here. That would be 1, or let's see. So I'm taking that, so there'd be 1, 2 spaces away, and then with High Tower, which I'll show you in a bit, I'll get this third one. Ghost. Oh, here's another bug. The zone of control wants to connect so badly that it does that. It crosses right over. Does it do it in strategic view? Yeah, it does it there too. Interesting. I'm not too worried about stuff like that though, because that's all gonna get worked out at some point. Okay, so now this is an outpost. It's just sort of, you know, like, they found a rock somewhere in this vast desert here. They put some wood on top of the rock, and they told these two guys to stay there. I kinda like that. So I click the upgrade button, and I've got these, it shows what city it's linked to, and the different upgrades I can get for it. So I can Fortify, which is plus 25% defense to friendly units. Armory, which is plus 25% attack. What I can't get yet is Abbey, which will decrease the cost for mana during battles. Caltrops, which is halves enemy movement. Hightower, which gives plus 1 zone of control. Stables, which is double movement for friendly units. Consulate, which is plus 1 growth to the attached city. Now consulates are a end of the mid game sort of technology, and they totally changed the landscape of how you play the game, because instead of worrying about getting lots of towns for growth, you can get all fortresses and conclaves, because you're probably already going to have enough money by then, if you play right. And then you can rely on consulates to give you super fast growth for all your cities. But it will take a little bit of investment, time-wise. And then there's Warden, which says most monsters won't enter your outpost zone of control. Well, I would like to know like some specifics on that, because that's kind of like a claiming Rome will be built in a day sort of issue, where it's like, well, okay, some won't, some will. Which ones will and won't? And can I build a Warden and then just sort of forget about the outpost? My guess is it works the same thing as the stealth ability, which isn't always too reliable. Right, so I've got the Earth Shard here, and the Wild Wargs there. Wargs are actually super valuable, so I'm going to get those first. And then Earth Shard. You only get you get 1 Warg per 3 seasons. And Wargs are like plus 3 initiative for your unit. So having a good Warg and a good Ice Spear is a great unit strategy. I guess I'm just going to carry on over here. I don't want to send him back to the city quite yet. Because he will get XP from this quest. So I bring back the sand golem stuff, and in return they give me an Ophidian, which is a pretty well armored snake that has a special bite ability, resists every magic spell, can't be counterattacked, and has some pretty good dodge. 12 dodge. Nice. So that's 12 defense, and except that's 0 defense for blunt. So you gotta be careful what you attack with him, but if I can get him leveled properly, I'll become very powerful indeed. Alright, administration. If you've got some taxes that need to be raised, this is a good option. Plus it'll give you some growth and increase your army size. But I've only got 1 city, and there's pretty much 0 unrest right now, so I don't need that. Trading is going to be lots of sort of, you know, your basic economic stuff, some treaties, and then you get roads between cities, but I've only got 1 city. Mining is huge. It gives you plus 1 production per material, just for the technology, which is a pretty solid boost to production. That'll be plus 3 production for me. Plus, I can build workshop, which will be an additional 6 production, so that'll increase my production by 50% once I have that finished. And then I can get plus 2 metal per season instead of plus 1 from my iron mine. Oh, the only thing is I might take trading, because then you can build the Merchant Cross Bazaar, which is plus 10% guild hour in all cities. I like to have that. The other option would be to take enchantment and get the Ice Spear and start pumping out troops. I think I'll take heroes and go after Sothia, or Sothia. Probably Sothia is her name. Alright, so we're agreed here. I got the kennel for the wargs and the earth altar. That'll give my city something to do. Now I can go to the task of exploring. Oh, one thing I didn't account for. Which technology gives you Hightower? Hightower. Oh, it's construction. So we need mining and agriculture, and then a lot of research. That'll take a while. Well, heroes is still the best bet then. This clay pit is, it adds +1 material to my city, which is huge. That city's gonna have so many good resources. I really lucked out. Ooh, another ogre for me to prey on. You know what? This guy's still not healed, and he's gonna have the experience I get. So I'm gonna send him back to the city. Sorry, August. You're too weak. Alright, let's see how a snake does against an ogre. Uh-oh. Lady Tarth. One of the advantages of Tarth is, or of Kraxis, I should say, is they have pretty good relations with both sides. Oh, and look, I can see her zone of control is on the other edge of these mountains. And there's no pass to the mountains, except way over here. So that will be my next scouting position. And then hopefully this river will lead to a good settling spot. But right now, it's me versus the ogre. Huh, this one is not askew. I liked it better askew. Ooh, look at the size of that Ophidian. Those are much beefier looking than before. That's cool. Always impressed with the art department for Stardock. Got such nice things. But if you think about it, their whole business is like a user interface for making software and whatnot, so they would have to be somewhat skilled in that respect. This ogre is smart. He's trying to get around him. You used to be able to do what I'm doing now, sort of like lead them in the direction, and then he'll be forced to attack when he becomes adjacent. But this little guy won't... Oh, shoot. Whoops. Oh, well. I'll just put the snake on there. Oh, no, I see now. He's got a blunt weapon, so he wants to attack the Ophidian, who has no defense against blunt. Damn you, ogre. This ogre just outsmarted me. Straight up. Oh, wow, that's a strong hit. Time for a deadly bite. Oh. Cool animation there. Alright, so I've got 25 initiative, which will be a good reason to take finesse next. What's my... Yep, I've got no encumbrance. Hopefully these air shrills don't get any funny ideas. Battle axe, interesting. That would certainly be an upgrade. For 20 weight though? That's -4 initiative, wow. So this is actually going to be 11 attack in most cases, and this is 15 with backswing. So I'll stick to the war staff for now. He's got a long journey. The Ophidian only has 8 HP. And it's level 1. What's this? A lurker. Lurkers are bowmen, so that wouldn't really help. I'm gonna go to the north, hopefully find a way around. Oh, this guy's healed up. Good. the thing didn't give me notifications for that construction. Probably an error. What do we got for unrest? 5% unrest. Not a big deal. So, how much research am I doing from here now? I've got 5 natural plus 2.5 from being idle. What does Bell Tower turn into? Town Hall, and Town Hall turns into Palace. So Cleric would actually be an overall quicker way to do things. And then after that, I might build a slight unit. Ooh, look at that. I'm happy about this. Look at this. I got the Lost Library, plus 20 research. And I'm doing 5 research per turn, so that's a pretty big research bonus. What do I need? I need production capacity. Or do I need warfare? Yeah, I'm gonna take warfare next. Ooh, I've got some ruffians here. Should be a pretty easy battle to solo. You notice how I didn't have to click, I guess you couldn't see it, but you used to have to click spacebar every time you wanted a hero to defend, but now you just, if he doesn't have any magical options, it'll automatically do it once he moves. So I've got poison. I should be, yeah, alternating my attacks and letting the poison do its work. There you go. Ruffians are kind of the easiest possible units to defeat. Oh yeah, I've got here. I can get these level 5ers now. So Erwan, that's a kingdom hero, which I can get. Plus 10% experience, plus 2 spell mastery. Not bad. Oh, look at that. He's got air, life, and water. Plus some decent gear. I like it. Mages with a short sword. It's plus 4 initiative. Can't argue with that. Alright, so next turn, that's where I'm headed. I've still got about 700 Gildar. He should only be 91. Nice. Alright. The question is, do I have him go solo about the country, or make him team up with somebody? I want Caravax to solo because every level for Lord Caravax is plus 0.5 prestige, which means he's got to get as much as possible. And he's got that Ophidian companion, so I'll send Erwan up to Sothia, and they can team up. Ooh, defense bonus. Plus 1 defense from the book. Now he's really cooking. Is he missing defense? He's got 13 with all the defenses. Why is Lord Caravax at like 14 or something? Oh, he's at 11. Well, that's fine too. So thinking about the pacing of the game, as you can probably notice, most of the early game is all about your sort of like heroes, or if you're one of the other factions, your early game trained units. And you just basically need to go around and explore, and then when you have extra time from your city, which you don't really have to micromanage as long as you understand the game mechanics, you pop out a pioneer every now and then to take the lands that you fought for. But there's not a lot of interaction between other civilizations most of the time. Oh, see, I did it again. He didn't use his ability. I think I can get one step closer and then do it. That plus 30 dodge is not very reliable, but supposedly it's great. Let's see how good his Deadly Bite works. Double the unit's attack, so 18 damage. Yep, that's about right. Codex of Hostin. That'll be Spell Mastery. Plus 1 Spell Mastery. Not that good. Not nearly as good as plus 1 defense. But I'll take it. Oh, Yithril. That kind of strikes fear into my heart. What do we see in here? They've got a scout coming over here. Alright, so let's hope that cave bear eats him. Because cave bears, or I should say the monsters I've noticed pretty much are very aggressive. If they think they can eat you, they will. Especially a smart one like a bear. Alright, so I've got training now, which will give me the early game shield. Next I want to go for magic to get the enchantment, which will be the early game ice spear. Not really early game. It's still 24, it should be less. Administration, trading, agriculture. There's no science that I'm missing. That's weird. Oh well, got very few options that are really better than that. Here we go. Siltscath. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from those for the time being. These guys have Deadly Bite, which is double their attack, and their attack is 19. So this area is gonna be off limits. I'll cross the river here. Oh, good, another research. Well, I can pop over for that. Over here, though, what do we have there? The color. We'll match that color to this. Yeah, I think that's another wildland, perhaps. And then, as you see, the Tarth are there, so... Ooh, the level 7 champion. What I'm going to do is regroup, defeat the bear, and put an outpost right here. Recruit 200 Gildar. But she's got good armor. And she's a decent mage, so I'll keep her. There we are. And they'll go back to reinforce August, while Lord Caravox continues east. Oh, I could take down that stalker pretty easy, although it does have charge. And dodge. Oh well, the research, the Lost Library here is my top priority. See, now this is odd. That scout didn't move. Let's watch the scout this time. Still didn't move. It must see the bear. Oh, cleric's finished. Now I've got 0 unrest. Let's try moving up to a low tax rate. 7% unrest. And that is... Oh yeah, I've got more heroes now, which means I need more money. Herbalist Sage. Tower Dominion. Bell Tower. Adventurers Guild. Can't stand to have unrest, so I'll take the Bell Tower. Man, there's just nowhere settle anywhere. All of this is desert. You can see it better on the map here. So like this little green area here, you can colonize. You can colonize down here in this green area, but that's Tarth. And it looks like to the west, you could colonize, but that's kind of a difficult area. What sucks here is I can't move into the same tile as a scout. I can't kill the scout and get over there in time. And so I have to wait for this scout to move before I can move. You know what they say, a watch scout never moves. Ah, and now we've got a Tarth pioneer ready to set up a city. Oh, and to top that off, to the far east we have Lord Relis's army, and he's got Othello, which is one of the better, yeah. He's a really good hero because he'll get, what's that, plus 35% experience. So he's basically, he's a hero that levels very quickly. Plus what the Altar Blood, so that's 10%, 25, 45% experience. And then you can enchant him with a plus 25% experience, and there's a plus 25% trait that's pretty easy for him to find. Very quickly we'll get to level 10 or 12. Wow, look at this. This bear needs to come over here and eat those guys. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. If I had my way, I would go through and kill them all. Start the wars early. Or perhaps Yithril Treaty. Nope. Propose trade. Declare war on Tarth. They want 94 Gildar. Oh wait, no, that's me declaring war on Tarth. They want 500 Gildar. So this is saying that they're close with Tarth and therefore won't declare war. That's weird. I don't understand that. They should have Tarth on this side. Anyways, I would like to be able to, ooh, bit of fire there. I would like to be able to bribe the Yithril scout into killing the pioneer, but no such luck. What was that? Some sort of outpost. Oh, damn it. Alright. Point taken. They built an outpost. So they get the surrounding area plus the surrounding area. And since they are Tarth, the bear will most likely leave the area instead of attack. Darn Tarth. Oh, what's he got? A battle axe? I got a battle axe, I just choose not to use it. You think you're so special? This area right here looks like it could eventually be, or lead to, a good place. But I wouldn't be able to keep it. Alright, so now I'm going to do the Adventurers Guild. It's going to cost me some Gildar, but I'm getting to the point where I want to recruit my higher level heroes, and I save a lot of money doing it this way. So yeah, there's no colonization options anywhere over there. Unfortunate, because now I have to walk all the way back. I guess I can go north and hope that this will swing around. Should I go to war with Tarth? They kind of have an advantage. But I've got 3 heroes just sitting here, and every turn that they're building soldiers is a turn they're not building economy. And since I don't build my soldiers, I hire them. I might have a pretty good way to ruin them. Plus, I don't know. You know what would be better? I'll let this outpost take these resources, and then I'll attack after the resources are built. I'm gonna sneak a pioneer in here because I want to start getting that crystal sooner than later. Actually, it's gonna take a while to build the crystal too, so I'll do that after. Wow, he's powerful. And I can move during his animation, which is interesting. Wow, some wildings. This will be a fun battle. These guys like to rush in. Damn it. Oh, there's a bug. The, I missed that, attack, but it applied poison even though I, missed. Shouldn't work like that. There's the poison. It's a pretty good mob. It's taken 3 heroes a while to get through him. Plus I've got a lot of initiative. I needed that Gildar too. Alright, so he's got level 3 status. He's got strength already. I could do quick, or finesse, or brute. I think brute makes more sense for the character. I'm gonna go east. Oops. Damn it. I wanted to attack him. Oh well. Ogres are no good there. Ooh. Can I get to that hero first? Yes. Vasim. Ooh, Vasim is a real fire sprite. Look at that. Plus 8 attack when under 25% HP. Fire Apprentice and Kraxis blood. The perfect soldier. Wonderful. Let's go do a quest. That's kind of dumb AI. It didn't see that I got the hero and it moved there anyways before it redirected. Some wolf time. I like fighting wolves because wolves have pelts and pelts give you lots of good Gildar. So I get 2 hero moves and then 3 wolves. I'm gonna move everyone together. What is that? You see that? The wolves are holding back. Huh. Look at that. Well, I guess I'll have to move forward then. Smart wolves. The AI is already looking pretty good. Just on that note. I'll come from behind here where I'm still protected. Smart wolves, but ultimately I have the advantage. See, now I have 3 wolf pelts. Each one of those is worth about 7 Gildar, as I recall. Dragon Statue is an epic level quest. I was thinking it would be less. So I won't be able to do that. Move these units up a bit. Air Shrills shouldn't be a problem for me. In fact, let's test it out. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. See, 7 damage from 1 air shrill, so if you go up against 3, you're pretty much guaranteeing yourself 21 damage on 1 unit. Unless you can resist. So this isn't... I thought that this would go up to the Altarian capital, but it's just a dead end. So that means they're to the south as well. Which means if I get an outpost over here soon enough, I can take this area. Wonderful. I should kill Altar, although I don't think I can. I would if I could. I like killing their sovereign because it gives them... or it gives me a pretty big XP boost, and then they lose half their mana. I love doing that. I'm thinking about keeping these layers up here just for XP farming. But maybe that's a bit too gamey for this stage in the beta process. I don't want to say I'm getting way too much XP if I'm farming the whole time. I'd like to see how much XP I'll get by just obliterating things. A short battle. Here we go, this is the big battle. They've got parties of wolves. Haste. I'm gonna haste August. See, look at this, I love it. They're not rushing in anymore until they can get the first strike. Let's see what happens if I just sit here. Yep. Now they'll attack all at once. Oh, well, okay, that was a mistake. They sent one up to charge in, and the other one stayed back. I wonder if they had a reason. Yeah, okay, so they got their Great Wolf to strike first. That was a pretty decent tactic. Not the best. I gotta focus on this big wolf here. Oh, this one won't be able to get to him. Good thing I hasted him. Oh no, that's not good. Killed by a wolf. How embarrassing. I'm lucky I got away there. So yeah, the AI is a lot better. Yeah. Alright, so I won, but almost at the cost of an injury. Enemies in my territory. Oh, snap! I forgot to defend this outpost. Those are Darklings, which are a pretty decent threat, too. Alright. Time to see what kind of units I have. Let's go to the design screen, it's easier to see. I've got Spikes of Cracks, which are your basic spear and shield unit. Unfalling Legion, which is a little bit better. I'm not sure about this strength and muscle combo. Let's edit that. That's 46 encumbrance. If you take off this one, it's the same initiative. And if you take off this one, it's the same initiative. So they need to redesign that unit. Oh, plus 5 defense when defending is not good for a spearman. It's good for a swordsman. So I will hide that unit. It's a stock unit. Hide this unit because I've outgrown it. Hide this unit. Outgrown it. And we'll start anew. He's kind of squinty. I'll pick someone else. Yeah, there we go. He looks a little bit darker. So we'll do short spear, leather helm, leather cuirass, shield, spear, boots, about 100 encumbrance, no crystal spending, give him a little goatee. Let's see, so he's a basic unit. I need to get his encumbrance down. 60 there. So that's +2. That's +2, but also +1 damage, so obvious choice. I could make him charge, but since I'm primarily heroes, and heroes hardly ever get charged, that would really be great. I'll give him fast for that +2 initiative. And maybe Constitution. +3 hit points is pretty good. For a party, that's only +9 hit points, but that's +9 out of a total of 24. So there's a little extra survivability there. Dodge isn't going to be a big factor. Iron Skin might help, though. 17 defense. Yeah, I'm going to do Iron Skin. Nice tank unit. The great thing about these sword and spear units is they can be a tank. Where do we go? Yeah, I like that one. And see, this isn't really a phalanx, is it? Ooh, whoops. I need to see something. Yeah, I chose regular wood shield. I want to choose upgradable. Whoops. And then, yeah, I did upgradable spear. That way, when I get better spears and shields, he'll keep the same basic leather, and then start upgrading the major difference. Alright, so where was I? Oh, I need a better background. The new backgrounds, by the way, there's some really cool stuff in here. I like that. They've been doing some seriously good cloud work. Oh, well, there you go. That's it right there. Royal Guard, not really. Let's say it's a hoplite. Alright, so 16 turns for a hoplite. That gives you some idea of what it takes to build a unit. In the early game, I mean, I've got 24 production, so I haven't specialized this city for production, but you can imagine a fortress would give you, let's see, the fortress specialization would give you maybe no extra production, but you'd get enchanted hammers instead of the research bonus I chose. So that would be 34 production, and then you could get I think there's some material upgrades, or production upgrades, that I could specialize in the research tree if that was my goal, but given what I have here, I think I made the right choice. Oh, okay, that's the one thing to look at. I've capped my growth because I have only 100 food, so I need to get the agriculture technology next. Let's see, so I do need a hoplite here though. I could rush by it for 160 Gildar, but then I've lost my buying power for heroes. And my economy is not doing great. And this would just make my economy worse. See, the difference is hoplite's 1.8 wages and a hero's only 1 wage. Or 1 wages per turn. But he does have some he certainly has some really good attributes. Not sure what to do. I think I'll be better off just bringing my heroes back in time. I don't have Warden yet, do I? Oh, I do have Warden. So now's a good time to try out the Warden ability. It's, looks like 5 turns? 4 turns, even. Let's see. Rush by for 88 Gildar? Yes, please. That's a reasonable cost. Oh, so it actually, yeah, it updates the, outpost with a little Warden here, who apparently can, tame monsters and maybe, figure out ways to get them not to come here. Mark the territory. Oh, whoops, and now it's building a hoplite, though. So I'll cancel the hoplite. And, excuse me, and continue on towards Adventurers Guild. Let's see what happens. Are they gonna move to the east, or head straight west? And over here. Here. Ooh, leather van braces. I can use that. In fact, now that I think about it, ooh, look at all those wolf pelts. Each one of these, I guess, is 4 Gildar, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sweet, that's like, 32... Wait. Yeah, 32 Gildar I have to look forward to. I thought I had an extra helmet somewhere. It's probably with Caravox, who also has an adjoining hero. Yeah, so he'll hand that over. Oh, and look at that. I could upgrade his axe for a battle axe. And upgrade his... What is that's weight 10, that's weight 20, that's weight 0. 11 versus 12? Yeah, it's not worth it. But the other one was. They think they're so funny. Yithril has shard harvesting. Alright, so they went north still. But at least they're not heading straight for the outpost. So the way I'm gonna try to manage this is I'll fortify early up front. This ogre is much more powerful than the last one I fought. And then I have a second guy that can fortify. And I'll leave the Ophidian. See, he's got 3 moves, so the enemy's there. Be 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe I'll move there. Slow is 5 mana. Oh, and he's vulnerable to magic, which means he'll be easy to slow. You know, unless I'm incompetent. Which apparently I am. try it again. The nice thing about this fortification is you don't feel the need to defend quite as often. Oh, damn. Alright, so he's going straight for him. Gonna have to defend that. Oh, I didn't time that very well. He had an extra attack. I didn't see it. You really gotta watch to see when the enemy's gonna come up next in the turn queue. There you go. 10 Gildar. 11 XP. Oh, an ogre lair. My faction can recruit ogres from that. I need to keep my eye on these darklings. No, you don't! That's cheating. You can't attack me. I've built my impenetrable warg tamer guy. How could you possibly get around this tiny building here that's asking you not to come near? Well, I got fooled into paying for that. Do you hear a crack? I don't hear a crack. Maybe they didn't go. Oh, good, I've got enchantment now. Let's see, what's next? Alchemy, plus, oh yeah, that is, yeah, I was right about Alchemist. It's +1 mana and +1 research, flat, but plus an additional, essence, or plus an additional mana and research per essence you have. So, that's gonna be my next research choice. They destroyed my Warg's Kennel. That's not good. It's going to take me a while to rebuild it. But they didn't go for the outpost itself, which would have been way worse. I think they're going for the shrine next. Oh, they want to fight. 30 and 30. 27 of 27. 31 of 35. Okay, so I'm fine. This should be a fun battle, but not altogether difficult. Let's see. I can wither. Reduces the attack of the enemy army by 2. So that's 5 guys doing 20, which is 4 attack. That would be cutting their attacks in half. Except they all have spell resistance, which means it probably won't affect any of them. Which means no magic for the Darklings. And then, yeah, he's gonna want... See, I'm hasting this one because he's got the heaviest armor, which means he's got the most encumbrance and least initiative. But he's also got Burning Blade, so I want him as powerful as possible. So you see what the military, or the AI military is doing here. It's creating a strong front line at equal footing, and then it keeps its sort of rogue element on the side to flank. A solid strategy. But they've just got clubs, so I should be able to do some early damage and reduce some of that attack. There you go. And they're poisoned now. Aha! Blocked it. That blocking animation looked really good, too. So, oh, these guys still have 11 health. Whoops. Gotta fight that. Ah, I got a critical hit. That was my first one, I believe. 1 Aha, got him with the poison. Whoops. That's a lot of misses for her. And that's pitiful. My whole team just missed. Still, I've got plenty of HP to get me through. And that poison certainly helps. Ah, I have the Adventurers Guild now. There's one locked hero over here. Did this switch ownership? Whoops. That got crazy. Haha. Okay, so if you'll turn your attention to this left point over here in the west, the Tarth built an outpost here to get that resource. Here, I believe. And then the Gildan built a resource here, which probably to get a resource down here. So now they've got this, like, territorial conflict, which is going to hurt their diplomacy between each other. Which may mean that I can get them to declare war on somebody. As soon as I meet the Gildan, perhaps. But I'm all about trying to get them to declare war on each other. That's sort of my thing as Krax. Alright. So I've dealt with all that stuff. I'm gonna go back up north, even though I probably shouldn't. I really want to take out all these monsters. More works. Wonderful. I didn't take note of that before. Let me double check the video length. Well, it seems we've gotten up to about an hour and 40 minutes, so perhaps that's been enough time on this particular installment. I'm sure I'll be back soon with more detailed footage of the Fun Enchantress Beta 4. Some closing thoughts on what I've played. The art is just getting insanely good. Like, it's just like the level of detail and the beauty have increased exponentially during each beta. And I started with the War of Magic 1.0, so it's been a long, long ways. Overall, I think the mechanics are really starting to come together well. It seems like before we were getting improvements, but they all sort of seemed like in different areas, and nothing was really combining with each other to make the game feel complete. But now, I feel that the game's probably gotten to a point where the sum is greater than the divided parts. It just sort of like playing the game feels sort of extremely, I would say, immersive, and the mechanics are less visible now. It just sort of feels like you're sort of there, and you get that RPG feeling of advancement and storytelling that you really don't see in any turn-based strategy games. So I think that things are moving in a wonderful direction, and I look forward to playing lots more. I suppose that's it for now. Thanks for watching.